The treatments needed to battle breast cancer often result in significant hair loss. This can be devastating for some women who want to keep their illness private or struggle with confidence because of the hair loss. Here from A Wig Boutique to share how you can regain your confidence is owner Michelle Blakeney. Good morning, Michelle. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
I really appreciate it. We've been trying to get you on the show for the past 3 months, and
Yes,
you're really
ma'am.
hard to catch. You're a busy woman, so I'm really excited that we finally get to have you. But first things first, I always love to ask this of our guests. Tell me a little bit about yourself and your business.
Well, I own a wig boutique here in Pensacola, and I got into this business. I'm an actual cancer survivor, and so that's what led me to want to help women in the same situation. I was very fortunate to have somebody there at a boutique to help me, and I wanted to be able to give back and do the same for others. So,
Which I think is incredible that you've been through this, so it's really easy for you to relate, I'm sure, to your clients.
absolutely, although I always say that I'm sorry I got sick to find out about wigs. If I had known how easy and convenient and great hair days, I would have been in them long before. So it's just kind of led me to a new love of wigs. So
That's pretty great. Well, what are some of the, I know there are probably many reasons why someone would want to wear a wig, but can you kind of go over what you typically see with a client coming in wanting a wig?
absolutely. Unfortunately, the biggest is medical. So you're looking at usually cancer treatments, although there's medications, thyroid issues, alopecia. That's the biggest majority of my clientele is medical. I do have some fashion clients, and that's great. I'm a fashion client now myself. And so there are a lot of reasons that women would wear a wig, but the medical is definitely one that we cater to and that I specialize in. Again, having been there, I know exactly what you're going through, and I know exactly what it's like to be a woman without your hair. So I want to make everything as easy and comfortable as possible for you. So,
Well, speaking of you being a fashion client, you're wearing a wig now, which pretty much blows my mind. It is mind-blowing.
That's great.
Because it's beautiful. I would never be able to tell, even the roots kind of, I mean, it all looks real.
Right. That's the other thing. Wigs have come a long way. A lot of people will think of a wig and they'll think of maybe their grandmother,
Right.
or the wigs were popular in the 60s and 70s and they were hot and heavy. Well, fortunately, with science and technology, even wigs have advanced because of that. So what I'm wearing now is a lace front, which many people have heard of, and that's where a little fine piece of lace sits right at my hairline. I can wear it away from my face and look very natural. So I always have to get past that hurdle and let them know wigs are not hot anymore. They are not heavy anymore. They look very natural. This is a synthetic wig. I get more compliments on this wig than my own hair. So people don't realize how far they've come, and how many people wear them. More than you would think. You'd be very surprised. I think at the number of people that wear them. The stars, television. They're all wearing pieces. They're all wearing wigs.
Right.
So.
Well, sometimes I wonder if I'm having a bad hair day, maybe I should just break out a wig. I mean,
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm a firm believer in that. And that's the thing is, a lot of times, you're running late or you're fighting, or for a woman, a bad hair day, I mean, that ruins your day. You walk out of the house, your confidence is low. You don't want anybody looking at you, just based on hair. But I can count on this every morning. I know when I put this on exactly what it's going to do, exactly what it's going to look like.
And you're going to feel
humidity, it's not going to damage it. And I walk out thinking, well, my hair I look like $1 million, So it's a definite confidence booster. It makes you feel good, and I'm ready in no time. I mean, let me put my hair on.
Right. That's wonderful. Well, I know a couple of months ago, we were actually trying to get you on the show because it was Breast Cancer Awareness Month. But it's still a very important topic, and I would imagine that many of your clients are cancer survivors or going through cancer treatment.
Absolutely.
What do you see that these wigs sometimes do to their confidence?
That's amazing. Everything you're going through is hard, and I tell them, this part should be fun, this part should be easy. That's what I want to provide for you. But they're coming in, not feeling well, not feeling like themselves, and they just want some sense of normalcy. We put the wig on, and I usually know the wig right away because the instant, the light in the eyes, the smile on their face, you know, we can try on half a dozen wigs. I'll know which one it is because I can see the shoulders back, the smile. They feel good, they feel confident, and that's what we're trying to give them back. I don't want it to be difficult. I want them to put on this wig and go face this fight strong, confident, and beautiful, and they are.
Right. Well, what are some of the concerns you get sometimes? I mean, I can imagine some of the things, maybe even the myths or misnomers about wigs, but what are some of the concerns you see before someone wants to purchase a wig that they come in with?
Usually, like I discussed, whether or not it's going to be hot or heavy, but my number one thing is going to be, does it look natural?
Right.
Does it look like me? I have two types of clientele when it comes to my medical. I have the ones that say, I want to look exactly the same. I don't want anybody to realize. And then I have the ones that say, you know what, if I have to wear a wig, I'm going to have a great time. I've always wanted to be blonde. I've always wanted to do short hair, you know. And so I really have to be able to listen to my clients and find out what's going to make them comfortable. And I usually try to push them a little bit out of their comfort zone. If I get somebody in that says, I want one that looks exactly like me, then I'll say, okay, but I might pull one or two that maybe have highlights or is a little shorter, just so that they get an idea, or so that they're sure, 100% sure that the wig that they've chosen is the one for them. So usually it's trying to look natural, and I always do the thing where I say, well, I'm sorry, does this look like a wig? You know, and they don't realize I'm wearing a wig, and that's when they can see it like that. That really helps to relax them.
Well, do you feel sometimes that women who are interested in getting a wig are a little more adventurous with their wigs than maybe they would be with typical haircuts?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. That's why I said
so much change their identity.
Yes, that's what I said. And I have ladies that'll buy, you know, they'll buy one that's very close, very similar to their hair, and then they'll say, well, I'm going to find something fun or something I always wanted to do. And absolutely, those clients are usually a lot of fun. I can put red or blonde, long or short on them, and they're laughing and having a great time. And they're open to all of these things. But yeah, I have a lot of ladies that will, you know, let's just buy whatever makes me feel good. So.
Well, and I think it's important too that we mention that you do offer, you know, some special pricing for folks that are going through medical issues, and I think that information's probably, you have a website, right?
I do, yes ma'am.
Would you mind just sharing with our viewers how they can get in contact with you if they have questions, or maybe they just want to come check out what you have available if they're going through a treatment or whatever, and it's kind of an intimidating process, and you have one-on-one appointments, right?
I do, yes. We take appointments, and so that just allows me the time. We get you fitted, measured. You know, I want to be able to work with you one-on-one and make sure that we've got you in the right fit and in the right wig. So we can be reached at 850-476-1916. Our website is awigboutique.com.
Makes it
so
easy.
make it very easy for you. We do have a Facebook page. I try to keep that updated, you know, with important information on hours, especially with the holidays. You know, that come up. I try to relay as much information to my ladies so you kind of know what you're getting into, you know, before you're there. I want to put you at ease, you know, before this, and let you know this is fun, this is great. I'm going to make it easy, and it's going to be fun. So.
Perfect. Well, I really appreciate you coming on. Finally got you on the show. My pleasure. But thank you so much. And again, I think your phone number is going to be listed on the screen if somebody has questions. But we really, really do appreciate you coming on the show. Thank you so much, Michelle.
Thank you.